All right, let's cut right through the noise. You've heard all the hype and probably all the fear about AI in the accounting world. We're not doing any of that today. Think of this as a direct, no-nonsense strategic briefing, just for CPA firm owners and partners. No buzzwords, I promise. Just the tactical info you need to make some real decisions. So, let's get into it.
Let's just start with one number that puts this whole conversation into perspective. 45%. That is the projected drop in hiring for entry-level bookkeeping and data entry roles by 2028. And that's specifically because of automation. This isn't some far-off prediction. It's a fundamental shift that's happening right now. It's not about replacing accountants. It's about completely changing the job description, right from day one.
So what's actually driving this shift? Well, it's a new generation of tools. We're going to look at 7 specific platforms, but we're not going to talk about them the way their marketing departments do. We're going to focus on the only question that really matters. What boring, manual, time-sucking task does this software actually replace? Okay, this is the toolkit we're talking about. Let's break it down. For that core bookkeeping and AP work, you've got Botkeeper and Vic.ai. Botkeeper is for automating bank recs. It's a beast for larger firms, but be ready for a higher initial cost to get it going. Vic.ai is all about accounts payable, which is a lifesaver if you have clients drowning in invoices. But just remember, garbage in, garbage out. The accuracy really depends on clean scans. Now, if you live and breathe QuickBooks, Intuit Assist automates those simple data lookups inside the system. It's fantastic for solo CPAs, but it keeps you locked into that Intuit ecosystem. Then you have the tool for wrangling client data. Dext is great for clients on the go, snapping pics of receipts, but just watch out because those per-client subscription costs can add up fast. And TaxDome is amazing for collecting documents, but its power really hinges on your clients actually logging in and using it. And finally, for managing your own practice, Canopy is your best friend if you're a tax-focused firm trying to track all those deadlines. And Karbon helps streamline who's doing what, perfect for small to mid-sized teams, but honestly, it's probably overkill if you're a solo operator.
Okay, so when you see a list of tools like that, it brings up this single biggest question, really the single biggest fear I hear from firm owners. It's that anxiety simmering right under the surface of this whole tech conversation. So let's just tackle it head on.
This is it, right? This is the core question. Is my firm going to get left behind if I don't buy into all this new tech? Is some competitor with a slicker website and a few AI tools going to come in and poach my best clients? Well, the answer, it's not a simple yes or no. It's more complicated than that. This right here, this is the new dividing line in our profession. For the low-value, high-volume compliance work, the basic bookkeeping, the simple tax returns, the answer is a definite yes. Clients will absolutely drift to firms that can do that work faster and cheaper because of technology. But for high-value, strategic advisory services, the answer is a hard no. An algorithm can't build trust over a cup of coffee. It can't understand the nuances of a family business. Your tech stack is becoming table stakes. It just gets you in the game. But your advisory relationships, that's what makes you indispensable. The tech is the foundation. It's not the whole building. So, knowing all this, what do you actually do? Where do you start? Look, the worst thing you can do is get overwhelmed and try to adopt everything at once. The smart play is to pick one tool that solves your single biggest bottleneck right now. So let's get practical with a ranked action plan based on the size of your firm today. Here it is, a clear path forward. If you're a solo CPA, your biggest headache is almost always chasing clients for information. It's that back and forth friction. So you should start with Dext or TaxDome. These tools immediately make it easier to get what you need from your clients, and that saves you a truly massive amount of admin time. Now, if your firm is in that 2 to 10 staff sweet spot, your main challenge is probably internal. It's keeping track of who's doing what. Karbon is your logical first step. It brings order to the chaos that happens when you start to grow. And for firms with 10 or more staff, the name of the game is scale. Your bottleneck isn't client friction or internal workflow anymore, it's the sheer volume of repetitive tasks. This is where you bring in the heavy hitters like Botkeeper or Vic.ai. You've got the scale to justify the investment, and you'll see a huge return by automating those high-volume jobs.
Let's end on this. This quote has been floating around for a while, but honestly, it has never been more accurate than it is at this very moment. It perfectly frames the choice that every single firm owner is facing. See, this isn't about AI versus people. It's about using AI to free up your most valuable asset, your human expertise, so you can deliver the kind of strategic value that no algorithm ever will. The choice is yours.